Welcome to the house that Rockne built. Leahy turned into legacy, Parsegan renovated, and Holtz restored. Notre Dame Stadium, the home of the Fighting Irish. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on the 17th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Wildcats ready to get this thing started and open the season. Here's the return from inside his 10. The Irish offense will take the field to start this game. Here he comes, and any time this guy touches the ball, and he will touch it plenty, A bolt of electricity just goes through the stadium, David.
And they'll feature him. They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often. And he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Got his man on the right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Looking to throw on second down. Good timing on the quick out. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long. You've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break. And they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Moving away from pressure. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Grabs it in the middle. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So for the offense, you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Getting some heat. And they knocked him down almost immediately. What a move to get home for the sack. When the Irish get to the quarterback, sometimes you think Rudy, but this time you think a dude.
A dude. And listen, the more guys you get like this that can put his hand in the dirt and go get the quarterback.
And he's running in the open. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Wildcats will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got the quick pass.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The give to the tailback. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now second down. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Kentucky has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking to throw for it. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
This Notre Dame offense carving it up. They're working with another first down. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And sticking to the run. I tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window. Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The short hands, it's McNamara. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
This offense has a second down play. The throw to the outside is complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw on second down. Finds the tight end. Shakes off the defender. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
He makes the catch. He's loose. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Wildcats. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my...
Fires into traffic, it's picked off. Got some room to run. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. The offense set for a first down play. Running back searching for a hole. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. The Wildcats in the hurry up. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They've moved to the 16. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw, using the quick game. And that is good versatility there, and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They get to him as he throws. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Going for 6. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Looking for space to the left. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Fires on the move. Got him and nobody's close. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
Quarterback extends the play. Got his man downfield. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He wants to pass it on second down. Give him 6. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half? Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
He found a little opening and got loose. They couldn't stop him in the backfield, so a solid pickup there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And the offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys. Looks like we've got a great one in South Bend going on. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime.
Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. That fall's incomplete. They had the screen all set up, and he couldn't hang on to the ball. Kentucky will be forced to punt. Finally sending out a punter in this one. Got to make sure they earn their letter. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here come the Irish back on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's hauled in at the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see, quarterback, 1 snap, put it in the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some... much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down for this offense. Defense in press coverage. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes a grab and he's dragged down.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
On second down, wants to throw. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front seven. And linebackers that can play downhill and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
And the Wildcats are in the hurry-up.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Wildcats are marching down the field. Off the play fake on first down. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Wildcats! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Oklahoma State is just boat racing them right now, thanks to an offense that's putting up video game numbers. They're up by 21 over West Virginia. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air on first down. Going deep. Snags it down the right side. Afterburners coming. The 10. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He was running through tackles and picked up the first down and finally got knocked down. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And a great job by the linebacker. You can tell starting to crowd the line of scrimmage, get up there in the line of scrimmage, see it, diagnose it, get in the backfield, get the running back on the ground for the tackle for the loss.
Quarterback adapting. He's going to run it. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. They'll try the run. At the 45 on his way. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Kentucky right back to the line.
And you're going to hear this guy's name a lot. They're going to ride the big fella. He's such a stud. They're going to build the offense around him. This is just game 1, but you're going to get a lot of big runs from this guy.
Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there, the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll leave it with him. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He'll try the left side. Got some room headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. Trying to pound it in. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Kentucky! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse. The extra point is blocked. So an 82-yard drive there. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They had the extra point blocked. Now the kickoff unit out there and hoping things go a little smoother. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy, but the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead.
Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He will signal for the fair catch and take it just inside the 35. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Fast motion from the offense. They'll throw it on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Morris. Touchdown, Kentucky. Made the grab and finished the deal in the end zone.
And I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
He's into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, and we're tied here in the final period. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Here come the Irish, back on offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
This defense has to hold it right where it is. Score tied late in the game. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Hey, guys, this running back's not just catching checkdowns or swing routes. You can get him vertically down the field and let him go to work, especially when you get man coverage. Take advantage.
Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Stands in and takes the hit. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This really has been a masterclass by the quarterback with decision-making, right? We've already seen him throw multiple touchdown passes in the game. He's understood when to take his shots and when to throw it away when things aren't there, like on that last play.
He's got an open man. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Working that left side now. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
He's got the back in the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
Working the middle. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Guys, this is the kind of finish we hope for. Tie game. Offense with a chance to grab the lead in the waning moments. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
Timeout on the field, and everybody want to make sure they're organized as we come down the gut of the game. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Irish! And they've got the lead in the final minute.
And, man, this game has been awesome. Some back and forth. Now you take the lead late. Nice job by the offense. And now you just need your defense to come through for you. One more time. One stop. Less than a minute remaining. Go out there. Finish this thing off.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Okay, one possession game. You've got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse,
he's going to throw deep right side. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. They get a big win here and start the season on a positive note.
And you got to love that as the players. You come out, you have so much anticipation coming into the season, finally getting ready to play in front of a live audience. You're able to come out and execute and get this win under your belt. David, couldn't be a better way to start the year.
And for the losing team, obviously, it's a little bit different. You have something to look at now to analyze where do I need to get a little bit better, but plenty of time still left in the season.